Would you ever consider a sequel?
Maybe it's the film to wrap up on. Maybe it will be my last film. Maybe.
Life's never a drag.
What's happening? I don't know. Oh my God.
So Stephan, as a gay kid from a small town, I would like to thank you. The movie showed me there was a lot more to the world that I knew.
Okay, good.
So that was great.
Well, you're not alone. I'm happy. I'm happy that so many people can say that, and I realize it was never my intention. So I'm really, really happy that I did one good thing for the world. And if that silly little film helped kids like you in a small town come out, then I'm pretty lucky too.
Come on, girls. Let's go shopping.
The world was way less open-minded than it is today. So why do you think it became a pop phenomenon? In
broad strokes, the world had gone through a very dark time. We were coming out of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and there'd been nothing but horror stories. And it was a dark place and a dark time, and by that stage the drug cocktails were working, and I realized, okay, we're coming through this. But by that stage everything was so tainted, and everything was so unhappy, and everybody was so miserable. And then in the gay scene in Sydney, I just began to see the first pops of people going, fuck this, I'm fucking over being sad. And I saw it and began to realize, yeah, people are over this. They want to celebrate now. They want to be a little bit prouder. We're not all going to die. We're not going to... And then I caught this wave, and then I began to think, you know what? It's time to go out big. It's time to go out loud, and it's time to go out really, really happy. And nobody had done that for 20 years. So my timing globally in the world, it just caught a wave, and it caught... Everybody needed it, even straight communities. People just needed it, and I just think I'll never have timing like that again. But like almost everyone in the world can tell me what theatre they were in, when they saw it, or what lounge room that they were in. Everyone in the world will tell me exactly. I've had Tom Cruise say it. I've had Melanie Griffith told me. I've had people say, I can tell you where I was when I saw that film, and that shows you something about an amazing impact. I mean, I wasn't trying. We were just trying to have a really fun time.
Barbie camper, Priscilla, queen of the desert.
Especially in heels.
Sorry.
And do you think since then the world changed in terms of racist and homophobics? Do you think it's better? It's a better place?
Well, everything's cyclic. I mean, you realize that you've got to, once you do a charge, once you basically come out, so there's always a backlash. There's always I think it's cyclic, but I think the backlash has become smaller again. I mean, you don't really talk about it, but now gay characters in television and cinema, it's pretty normal now. So there's still a lot of, we have a president in here who is, creating so much trouble, but at the same time, it's creating a voice again that's going to keep rising further. So with every action, there's a reaction. So is it a better world? Yes, it's a lot better than what it was. But then suddenly you get a right wing like Donald Trump or Bolsonaro, they all come in and they make it worse again. But that's making that power rise again on the side. So it'll calm down again soon. We'll go back to a middle ground, and then it'll cycle again. But it's getting easier.
And do you think your movie changed some people's minds about trans people and about gay people?
Oh, totally. I mean, it totally did. I mean, there's a single, I'll tell you really honestly, there's a single reason the film worked. I said, I want to make this film, I want this celebration, but if I get too political, if I get too angry, if I get too much flag waving, I won't get an audience in. It's not going to happen. If I show boys kissing or girls kissing, I'm not going to get an audience in. I'll get a very small gay audience. So I deliberately made a film where I avoided the politics And I made a film. For the first half of that film, you were actually laughing at them. And that helped a straight audience not feel threatened, because they were cracking jokes. They were almost like clowns. So I spent the first half of the film laughing at them. Slowly I got you to like them. And by the end of the film, you were laughing with them. So the film's quite sly. And I've seen really straight people going, you know, to watch it, and they really get into it. And then and by the end of it, they realize they really like it. And I got ya. Says what made the film work is I didn't shove the politics down your throat. I made you like these people. And that was the big game changer. No, I don't think anyone had done that before.
Yeah, because that time, all the gay movies that I watched, everybody died in the end.
Everybody died, and
HIV or murdered. And
everyone was angry.
Yeah, and sad.
Yeah.
Seems like if you're gay, you're gonna have a sad life. Yeah, and that's not true.
Yeah.
We're happy people.
We're true, absolutely. It's so that's changed. Come on, look at it now. That has changed enormously now. Hey, I've been to my first gay weddings. You've been to some gay weddings. I mean, who would have thought that would happen in our lifetime? We're, of course, now getting our first gay divorces. So.
Yeah. And recently, we had Bros at the movie theater. It was a gay rom-com. It was sell as the first gay rom-com, but I don't think
that was not the truth.
Yeah.
What was Love, Simon?
Yeah.
When I saw that marketing, I thought that's just not true. I mean, that's just somebody in marketing making that up.
Yeah, and that failed at the box office. Why do you think? Was because of the movie, or was because of gay people don't want to go see gay rom-coms?
I think I can answer that. I think it's a really good question why it failed. I think there's also been a lot of because the streaming sites are making a lot more gay content, a lot of it's a bit embarrassing. I mean, they're not particularly very, very good. There's a lot of gay content coming out that's becoming, there's not much quality. They're just making them because the algorithm and some of these streamers are simply saying, must make gay love story. So they're just making them, and there's suddenly a drop of some of the stuff I've watched on, I'm not going to say which streamer, just hasn't been very good. And what's that Fox one on that Fox did, Fire Island?
I was thinking of that movie. It's not accurate.
It's not very good. And I looked at it thinking, well, I'd really like to enjoy this, but it wasn't very good. So I realize now that we've had a lot of stuff come on the market that just isn't very good. And I think even gay people are thinking, it's not going to be very good.
Humor have changed over the years. Like, we have some different kind of jokes in the movie that you could not make those days.
I can't make those jokes nowadays, of course not. But at the same time, I've been bullied a lot. I've actually had quite a few people at various times in my career bully me on some of the humor in the film. And you know what? If I made the film today, would I put the ping pong sequence in? Probably not. I don't think I would be allowed. But at the same time, I can't rewrite history. And I've actually had people saying, you should re-release the film and take that sequence out. And I said, no, that's what the Nazis did. That's called rewriting history. I said, I'm not going to rewrite history. I can't apologize for what happened then. That was then, okay? Maybe I went too far, and I'm happy to say that I went too far, but at the same time, it was the joy of the film is that it did go a little bit too far. And it's why the film hasn't aged, as I know. Well, we're having a screening on Saturday night. I guarantee you that half that audience has not seen that film, even on a big screen, not even remastered. They've never seen the film, and I know a lot of them are going to still be quite shocked, because it's still a very naughty movie, because as you said, there's an honesty to it.
And to wrap it up, would you ever consider a sequel?
I've been asked that question every day. I wrote the script 30 years ago. I've been asked that question every day for 30 years of my life. And I said no, but as I'm getting older, I might be waning a little bit. Maybe it's the film to wrap up on. Maybe it will be my last film. Maybe.
Thank you very much, Stephan. Thank you.
That was fun.